picture of a flower garden like that.
Okay.
You would catch that.
Live,
Okay,
live,
all right.
it worked.
Yeah, first time, so it's only 7:01. I will call us to order, and we do have one addition, discussion about a new attorney that will be M.E. under new business. With that change, is there a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved. Second.
Motion by John, second by Joe. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And motion passes. Banner.
Okay. I'll maybe start with the 2 pay requests and
Okay.
then I can lump 2A and 2B together on kind of a update.
Okay.
So phase 2B, Banner had reviewed the pay request from Prunty. And that work included water mains, some sanitary sewer, some storm sewer, and then some removals. As well as this was kind of their first pay request with any quantities. Pay request 1 just consisted of a mobilization. And so that amount totaled $330,022.08. And like I said, we have reviewed that, their quantities, and would recommend payment in that amount.
Okay. Is there any discussion on payment of 2B? Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion. I'll second.
It's always our-
Motion by Jerry, second by Joel. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Yes, I'll do the phase 2A update. So on phase 2B, all of the new water main has been installed on Fremont Avenue from 4th Street South all the way up to the Jack and Board underneath the Highway 14, and they're tied in on the north side of the highway now. So all the water main is tied over and has been tested. They have the sanitary sewer. I don't know how far they got today. They were almost to 3rd Street, is that right, Brian? We have to make it up.
Then I had 3 services left to go.
Okay. So yeah, they're making good progress on the sanitary sewer. They've also been kind of jumping back and forth, working on storm sewer in between the rains, because that's about the only thing they can work on. And CBC, the concrete subcontractor, was on site last week. They were on site again today. They're pouring the cast in place boxes.
Oh.
So I think they're hoping to get the boxes done at 2nd and Fremont tomorrow. Hopefully, I think they're gonna pour the walls. And then as Prunty gets through 3rd Street, they'll basically come back in, do the storm sewer. I think there's 6 new storm structures going in the intersection of 3rd and Fremont. So they'll come in and they'll pour those structures once the storm sewer gets installed. As far as phase 2A, we do have a progress meeting tomorrow regarding 2B. Since we are dealing with primarily the same contractors, it's just flip-flopped, and 2A rounds is the general, Prunty's the underground. Phase 2B, Prunty's the general, rounds is the sub. So we are gonna start to lump those 2 progress meetings together. And hopefully tomorrow they can give us a little bit better schedule on when they plan to start work on the 2A project. What they told me is probably the first part of September. It may be sooner. It sounds like they're gonna bring a crew in that's hopefully finishing up in White tomorrow with all the underground utilities. Sounds like that crew may come down here to Lake Preston and either work behind the crew on Fremont or potentially within the next week or 2 get started on the 2A. So that'll be something we'll have to discuss tomorrow at the progress meeting. It hasn't stopped raining, so maybe that has changed since the end of last week, but we'll discuss that tomorrow and try to figure out a plan.
Or around Wednesday night.
I know. So I guess, are there any questions on 2A, 2B? Okay. Next, the water tower pay request. So this is pay request number 12. We reviewed all the information that was submitted. It has a lot of kind of smaller miscellaneous stuff, electrical work, interior piping at the tower, spray insulation, just kind of a lot of smaller miscellaneous items to get things tidied up on the inside of the tower. This pay request is for the amount of $73,080.00.
Yes.
Oh, you rounded down. I have a penny.
Or sorry, yes, a penny
Okay,
and 1 cent.
Yeah.
$73,080.01.
Okay.
Yes. I even had it wrote down here. But Banner would recommend payment in that amount.
I don't remember.
any discussion on that? All right, is there a motion to approve?
So moved. I'll second.
Oops.
Well, bring it in.
A motion by Joel, second by John. Any other discussion?
I'm in a meeting.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
As far as schedule on the water tower, so
Yeah.
substantial completion was August 1st for the water tower project. Substantial completion is defined as the tower is operational.
Oh.
They're not operational on the tower yet. I believe, Brian, Doug, you guys may have to help me, I was at the prior meeting, but I believe their plan is to start the disinfection process of the tank next week. And that does take some time, they have to fill it to a certain height, wait 6 hours, and they'll fill it again, and then they gotta wait 24 hours. They had to submit basically.
Yeah,
And then
there's four per round, you got
Yeah.
5% full, and you gotta drain it, test it again,
Yeah.
and then you gotta refill it 5%, do it another.
Yeah.
A lot of steps in it, a lot of wasted water, but
Wow.
all for the right things. I guess.
Yeah. So
That's a one-time deal. Hopefully.
So they'll work on that next week. They're also going to work on, they still have to pressure test and back tee the influent and effluent lines. So the line that connects to Kingbrook and the line that then will eventually connect and serve the city from the tower.
Okay.
That work, it sounds like will take place about the same time they're doing the disinfection for the tower. And then there is some miscellaneous items on the tower outstanding. I think a lot of that was covered today. But then once the tower is operational and, that'll be up and running for probably a week is what we're kind of thinking before we make sure there's no issues with the controls. Kingbrook isn't having any issues. And then once everybody feels comfortable with the new tower being in operation, that's when the existing tower will start to come down. So, and they're thinking 7 hours to remove the existing tower. So, did I miss anything?
Yeah, the change order for the hydrant.
Oh, so we're gonna put out a field order, which I'll call you on that one. I have a different idea. Basically, we had a plan to remove the existing T that goes into the existing tower currently and just basically sleeve on, put straight pipe through there. After talking with Brian and Doug a little bit, the city's kind of moved around where the bulk water feed is in town. One summer it was on 3rd and Minden. Now it's out here in the middle of the intersection on 3rd and Lake. So we had discussed, since that's going back to a gravel parking lot, we had discussed, well, let's stub a fire hydrant in here, then the bulk water feed can be right there, so these trucks aren't parking on the side of the road and getting out, leaving the hose in the grass, water constantly being running down the curb and gutter.
Mhm.
So we had talked about stubbing in a fire hydrant in the empty lot. It'll be about 6 feet east of that furthest building, roughly, right? Yeah. But, because where everybody has to write down the meter readings is right inside that furthest east building out here. And so the hydrant would be there, the meter would be there. It'd be probably a lot more convenient getting everybody off the road, and they could come in off of 3rd Street, fill up and then they can go out this city's driveway on Lake. Or vice versa, however they want to.
And there's not hose and stuff laid in something like that.
Yeah.
And more on all that, so.
So, and we have bid items for all of that stuff, so really it's just a field order with quantity change. I know they mentioned that AIS is gonna take a while to get that. No, it's not.
I called
They have it, okay, that's why I was gonna call you tomorrow. They probably have all that stuff in stock. It's an 8x6T, a 6-inch valve, and a fire hydrant. All pretty standard stuff that they keep in stock. So I think we just do a field order, because if we do owner furnished, they have the opportunity to put whatever price they want in there, and it may be higher than what their actual unit price was at the tower. And since we have all those bid items, we'll just do a field order and they'll have to get it. So. Other than that, once the tower's operational, they have a lot of grading work to get done up there. There is the potential that all that gravel has to be pulled off of that site and new fabric put down and a roadway reconstructed. Where the crane, the fabric's exposed in multiple locations, and it shouldn't be. Where the crane sat, they sunk in probably a foot, and I'm guessing they ripped that fabric. So we'll have to kind of evaluate that once they get the tower operational and the grading crew gets in there, and see what they have to do.
Okay.
So I guess I didn't miss anything on the tower from today.
I mean, we had a good meeting today, so there's just a lot of moving parts that's gotta go on. Basically, it sounds like next Tuesday and Wednesday, it's gonna operation. Got me a lot of headaches.
So in theory, would be before the 1st of September?
Yeah, I believe that's the, yeah. I mean, after they do
According,
it,
according to their schedule, it'll be operation. This will take on the 20th, well, that's next week, so that's right on schedule. And then, demo is set to be 25th-ish.
and that's all dependent on
Yeah.
how long we make them keep
I'd like to keep
the tower.
plan B just in case,
Right.
Yeah, agreed.
especially with these being offline right now. It's nice to.
Yeah, because really Lake Preston will have 2 towers that are operational for a week is probably the plan. Just to ensure all the kinks, all the controls, the way everything's calling for water is working properly. So I'm guessing we'll probably lean, I believe in the plans, we have a week.
Yeah, I think, talking with Brian Police too, if within 3 or 4 days, we know there's no leaks, there's no dribble,
Yeah.
We'll probably be pretty comfortable then.
Yeah.
So,
We more than likely will rely on Kingbrook come to that point. I mean, they're the ones sending the water to the city, to
Right,
ensure.
yeah.
and then all that they have is.
So. Next, the TAP grant. So was it 2 weeks ago you guys had had that 60% design meeting?
2 or 3 now.
2 or 3.
Maybe 3. Yeah.
So Banner, I wasn't able to make it for that walkthrough, but Nick Fur, who was doing the design, and then did Wayland come?
Yep.
Wayland, Blasius, our transportation department head came, and then Lance was here. And it was a long meeting, sounded like it was a good meeting. It was in person, and then they went out and walked through the project and tried to get some eyes on, we had the layouts done and walked through the layouts, and I think everything should work pretty well with the layouts that we have. So I believe our next deadline would be to have the final plans ready to go by the end of August, first part of September. More than likely, and I think this was discussed with you, that there's a good chance that no construction will probably happen this fall. Just with the long process to go through DOT review, federal highway review, and then the DOT bid letting process takes a little bit of time to get it on their letting schedule, and then where does that fall? They do it with more than one project at a time is when they do their bid letting, so they typically don't do it with just one project. It would probably be different if this was a $30 million project, would be a little different, but So we're still pushing to at least get our end done. That way we can get it to the DOT federal highway and then just sit and kind of pester them and push them along to get it done. Maybe if we're lucky, it moves quicker than we think and we could start something in October. Try to get the south side of Highway 14 between Spring and Fremont there south of the school done this year. So then next year we have a way to move kids around if they want to start, first part of May while school's still in. So we'll work through that. We're just pushing to get those final plans done.
Okay.
So.
Okay, any questions for Cedric?
If something comes up, let me know. The jam over thing.
You met with her and you believe you have a resolution, right?
Yeah, I think the right approach is to put it in per design. is my thought. We don't really know if that's going to work unless we put it in. And the reason it is the way it is we had to just the day they started on that. I was here, Landon, Brian. We all met with her on that, and there were some things that we tried to accommodate that just didn't. I guess they're not happy with. Maybe is a better way to put it.
It didn't quite work out like had been the hope, and so now we'll go to design.
Right. What I had measured just today with Jan was really where that full line of the swale needs to be. It's going to get cut down anywhere from 4 to probably 7 inches deeper than what it is, but that will at least keep the water coming off the roadway there, and then convey it to the inlet.
Which I might be crazy, but that's what it's doing now. And we've got more rain this year than we had last 5 combined. And there's no problems. There's no water in the basement. I don't know why this doesn't just work. That's where I get confused. But what if we go and put it in a design and all of a sudden we got water in our basement? When we know this year there's nothing. That's my only concern.
And I don't need, I guess, an answer today. It's something if you guys want to talk about later in the meeting, and you can let me know tomorrow. I'll be here tomorrow for that meeting.
Yeah.
Because my thought was if we could figure out what we're gonna do, then we would relay that information on tomorrow at the meeting and try to get a schedule so we can provide kind of a timely response to the letter. So.
Agreed.
But I think this is the 5th time I've met with her regarding this, so it's been a few times, but primarily the same concerns. So hopefully this can be the last.
16, 14, back in the shed.
So that inlet does have room to go down too.
2 inches, right?
4. I think there's an 1.5 inches and a 3-inch ring on that. Yeah, so
It's gonna,
it just gets steeper. And that's what
that's
we were
what
trying to
avoid
avoid the first time.
per her request. Yep.
I think there's a little bit of grading work Rollins could do to touch it up. There's maybe a few high spots here and there. I think if there could be a minimal amount of grading work done and it would still serve its purpose. But I guess the other option is go put it in per design, and go that route. There is the potential she'll have to move her flower bed and her garden though, because it still looks like it's in the right of way. So, and that was something we were also trying to avoid in the trees, and that's why there was a minimal amount of grading work done initially.
I guess I'd invite anybody to go out there at the next downpour and just hang out and just watch. I'm tempted to get a fire truck and show everyone what it does. I'll just dump it. And you guys see what it does.
I take it she thinks there's standing water or it's.
And that was part of the discussion today, like if we grade it in per design, is there gonna be any standing water in the swale? And there's the potential. Lake Preston's a very flat town to begin with. it's really hard to grade dirt in at less than 0.5%. It's hard enough to put concrete in at less than 0.5%. But that's really all the grade that there is there. And so I did tell her there is a potential for some standing water. Now, we're not talking a foot deep, we're talking maybe an inch or two until, it inundates the ground and soaks in. But the majority or the heavy rain events, that's when that swale would convey majority of the water to the inlet. And there might be some high or low spots, but nothing to the point where there's a foot of water or anything like that. So
Thanks for visiting, sir.
yeah, I mean, she seemed open to going to what the design is. She didn't say definitively, but I think, the city can make the final decision as it is within the right of way. And we've done the similar process on other streets in town as far as how to accommodate the drainage where there is no curb and gutter. So,
Thank you.
yes. Anything else?
Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's good work. It's looking good.
Keep the rain away. Phase 2B is definitely different than the previous two. I mean, when Halmy put that sewer in up by the lift station at 17 foot deep, there wasn't an ounce of groundwater. These guys are putting sewer in at 8.5 foot deep, and it's extremely wet. So, but difference in years, I guess.
Yep.
So,
Oh, yeah.
okay,
Thank you.
thanks.
Thank you.
I'm seeing no public or public comments, so how about approving minutes for the July 7th regular meeting? Did anyone find anything in the minutes? Okay. Is there a motion to approve said minutes?
So moved.
No second. Motion by Joe, second by John. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And the minutes of August 4th, special meeting. Any discussion there? Okay, is there a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Motion by Jeremy, second by Joel. Any other discussion? All in favor? Opposed?
Abstain.
All right, committee reports.
Sorry, I'm just gonna sneak these in there.
Yeah. Oh, like
Thank
we
you.
talked about?
Well, I forgot them in my pickup.
Oh, yeah,
So monthly,
better than forgetting in the office.
yes.
Or getting all the way home and going, oh, I know what this was for.
Well, I almost did. I think I covered most of the stuff in here anyways, but.
Thank you.
Yes.
We had a budget committee meeting. Went pretty well. Got everything hashed out.
Everything's going pretty well.
Not that we had much to do, they'd already figured out that.
Yeah.
There was no asking for the sky thing, cause it wasn't gonna happen, so they really well thought out and planned for the city, so we didn't really have anything to do except
The
review it.
main things that were touched on was like the insurance, we got all of our wages put in. And a new street.
Street sweeper,
So we can do a $30,000 down payment.
okay,
Well done. Yeah.
Cause I don't know how many times we bought good conditioned, reconditioned used ones that hardly make it through the year before they're falling apart, so.
So how much of it do I need to read?
I'm gonna do like totals of the expenses of general government, like 700.
Okay. So ordinance number 471, TAC 25, the 2026 appropriation ordinance. For our government funds, we're looking at a total of $796,805.
Can I have the numbers again?
Yeah,
796?
805.
And then we just wanna read through with the water, oh, there's TIF in there too.
Yes.
TIF, water, sewer.
So, we're looking at TIF, estimated revenue $25,200. Water, $273,850. Sewer, $236,200. And ambulance of $90,000. There's nothing listed for estimated surplus. So is there any discussion on that portion?
We put in for the maximum percentage of growth. I mean.
Yeah.
That we could add 2 taxes, which amounted to, if I remember right, less than $15,000. And 12,000 across the whole city's taxes. So the individual people is gonna be lower income or valued properties are gonna be next to nothing. The higher ones are gonna be a little, but I mean, you figure 12,000 across the whole city.
That
That ain't
amount
gonna
to a
be-
whole lot.
But yet, if you don't take that 12,000 every year, before long, you're just stuck in a rut.
There's
And-
1 year that we did it,
It's the nature of the beast.
Yeah.
You
Early on, we didn't, but
like.
now we know better.
Years and years ago, we never did. We were proud of the fact we didn't raise taxes.
And then we also
But
did do
then we didn't
projects.
get nothing built up for anything, so.
We didn't have 30,000 to put down on the new street
Mm-mm.
sweeper.
Oh, and then paving, the Second Street south. We budgeted like 120.
Okay. And then under, the last page, shows general fund, 362,155.
So that's our budget.
All right, so any more discussion? Okay. You want a roll call vote for the first reading or just? the second?
We would do all of it.
Okay. Better safe than sorry, roll call vote. John?
Aye.
Oh, yeah, let's get a motion, please.
I'll make the motion.
Thanks.
I'll second.
All right, a motion by Austin, second by Jeremy. Now, John. Joe?
Aye.
Jeremy?
Aye.
Joe?
Aye.
Austin?
Aye. Aye.
And all ayes, it passes. All right, water, sewer, street, Doug.
Do we need to set, August?
Uh,
We need to set
Oh.
a meeting.
Do we wanna set a special meeting for you guys to dig deeper into the numbers? That's what usually happens.
Okay.
I guess we can, but I don't see how It
I know it
didn't
worked
come up
out
with
like
any
it was-
changes.
It worked out really well this year.
You know,
Like, I
Yeah.
think the longer we're here, the more,
You know what to do.
like, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, 'cause in years past, when we had the second one, is because we had to make cuts and,
Right, like
Changes.
one year. it
I
was
mean,
like
if we had any
60,000.
concerns, it'd be, worth doing, but
Before Brenda, one time it was 165,000 cut, so.
okay, so, yeah, do you guys want an extra meeting?
Otherwise,
I'd
I
say
can,
no.
I
I
mean-
can send out an email with all of the numbers. so you
Yeah,
guys
yeah,
can
we can look
them
at
out.
it, see.
And if we have any concern, we can do a meeting after that.
Because the committee didn't see any place where we could want to take something away from here to add it to over there, so they'd already figured in for some paving
It
and
sounds like it was kind of tight, not
City-
much room to work with anyway.
it was balanced when we got to look at it.
All right, thank you, Austin. Not Doug.
Yes, being you guys brought up the street sweeper. I don't know as if the city can afford a new one, being they're 250,000 plus.
Yeah,
We,
that's kind of,
talked to them a little bit. So we might be looking at a refurbished one with around $3,500.
Yeah.
You can get into one for 150 range. So I guess that's,
How many hours you put on a year roughly?
well, it's gonna get to be more with, there's a lot of
Yeah.
streets we don't go down because we don't dare, because our streets are so terrible.
yeah.
Right. You would
Pull up more asphalt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was times, we didn't do a fourth of the town because we couldn't go down.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's gonna get used more.
Right,
Yeah.
There's no question on that.
so
And as often as it's been broken.
that's the thing too, is we're hoping we get like $5,000 for trade-in. That'd be a win.
Scrap,
Right, yeah.
scrap value.
That's only worth, well, prepared metal right now is $155 a ton, cut into 18 by 36 inch pieces.
You wouldn't get much for it, but
Is there
No,
any kind of warranty?
Warranty.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
The 2020, I think is
There's two.
we're looking at a 2020 and a 2021, but I think the 21 had a lot more use on it. So I guess we're looking more at the 20. The year doesn't matter, it's how much
Yeah.
use we can get out of it,
Right.
yeah,
like a used car, buy the newest, even though, it's got a lot more miles,
Mhm.
Sometimes you're better off getting the older ones,
Right.
more miles.
Yeah. So,
Is there any sort of warranty with any of this stuff?
didn't ask them,
Not
they're,
to that.
they're
point, yeah.
refurbished is all they say, is they go through the shop and,
it runs.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they only go 7 years out on payments.
And that's the thing, is,
So that's how long the warranty is?
So you figure if we put 30 down the first year and 20 every year after, that should be right at 7 years.
that's for a used one.
Yeah,
Man, that's just.
yeah, they don't look like them. That looks like, well, most everything we've bought in the past has been around 30,000.
but
So,
100 hours a year would be a lot.
Oh,
I would think so.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I think if it's a good machine, which how do you know until it shows up from Fargo? Because that's where it's up at the Fargo plant.
Yep.
I mean, how do you know until it gets here and you're like, oh, no, never mind.
Yeah, there's,
We don't want
those are 15 to 20 weeks a year that you'd actually sweep.
Yeah.
And if you did a couple hours a day or a week.
Yeah.
You
it.
wouldn't
It'd probably be a little more desirable if the water works and the,
Yep.
so it's
And
not
the
so
streets are
dusty.
quick and easy. You're gonna have new
Yeah.
curves. You don't have to worry about none of that. It'll be,
Or the chain flings off and you shear a pin or this and that.
Yeah.
Now they're all hydraulic motors. They just, if something don't work, it's either the motor or the pump. Simple. This way you got a chain drive here, gear shaft there, drive shaft, U-joint. That
A lot
one
of
day I
moving
called you
parts.
down to the shop and I was underneath there and I was trying to air hammer. We had to buy a shaft and he was out there, the sawzall cutting the shaft off, a brand new shaft to get the fit. I mean, it's just a nightmare.
That sounds like great fun.
We don't know if they'll,
some places like to deliver before the weather and then take payment after the first of the year type thing.
Yeah.
We haven't really ironed any of that stuff out.
Just from Fargo, you said?
Yeah, and
Is it worth a road trip to go up to Fargo?
Oh,
and see what you're buying?
100%. If
I mean,
you're
it's
spending
150,000
$150,000
worth of going up to look at.
Well, I would think so, it would be a my part.
Well,
On
I'd
the
like-
road,
I'd like to
to run
do
it.
Drive it around a
either
little bit.
after he's done farming or something along, so I don't want, I'm not gonna go
Before
up
it
there,
comes
I'm not
here.
going up there without him, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
You know, that's a big, lot of decision there.
Well, yeah, you might get up there and say, boy, this is a big turd.
Mhm. And I don't know if there was, you know, I know, TransSource does deal with street sweepers also, which we got our payloader through. Now, I haven't really dug into it too much, but maybe that's an option too.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to try.
It's worth a phone call.
If they can go and dig something up on a trade-in, maybe some city wants to trade in that and buy a loader, I don't know.
It worked really well with our
Yes.
loader, so.
Yeah, they're very easy to work with. So we'll do some digging and touch base next meeting.
Okay.
On that anyway. I mean, this is for the exact same one we got modern. The other one we got a quote for was 370. And that was the one we're like, oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's nice. Let's get that one. Until we got the price tag.
Yeah, we're talking about sticker shock.
We quit looking right now.
Yeah.
So I like, yeah, but there's a lot of questions, calls back and forth, pictures, whatever. But, yeah. What else you got, Doug?
That's all I got.
Okay,
Oh, the pool closed.
Yay.
And I noticed there hasn't been anybody in there for a couple of days, and we went by going to work this afternoon, it's like,
Well, officially
1:30.
closed
I
for
was
the
thinking,
year.
ah, pool's not over yet, I must be here home before 7. Oh, no, pool closed.
I started draining the kiddie pool today. I'm sitting on that pump. I'll run and circulate the other pump for a while, the big one. But I'm not gonna tinker with that little pool and wear and tear on that. A smaller motor like that ain't worth it. So I plugged it from the big pool and started draining it today and get that ready. I put a call in to MCNR, and I always have to do this because I always have to leave a voicemail, and I always have to write on my calendar because they never get back to me. So I left a voicemail with their service manager, and if you don't call me in a week, I'll call him back, and they always seem to do this, and then I get mad at them, and then they show up tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, know that, yeah, pool starting to winterize, get stuff cleaned up, we'll probably shut the water off, but as soon as Morgan's, she done.
Yeah.
So we'll shut the water off in the building, we'll just start draining all the water, toilets, all just work's gonna be done with it, so. It's a lot easier with two guys, but typically I do it when he's in the field. But I missed a few things last year and I don't want, to split out.
Toilets get flushed,
What's that?
all the toilets get flushed.
I suck them out. I take a hose and put them down in and suck them out. Completely out. And then I dump RV in them all. So yeah, anyway, skid steer's gotta go to the doctor's office. I don't think it's that severe, but
Got a cold.
yeah. It's gotta
It
go.
won't get cold, that's the
Yeah,
problem.
yeah.
Oh.
It is a hot
Winter's
box.
coming.
Hot.
It's got a fever.
Yeah, that's gonna go, it's supposed to go today, but we used it today, so we'll do it tomorrow probably, or whatever day it works for them, I guess. Got lift station inspector coming on Thursday, it's supposed to be next Monday, but they bumped us up to Thursday. I don't know, I don't remember what they did last time or needed and all that, but, Dakota Pump was here today and actually did the inspection on our lift station, so that's done. Then they ran out of daylight, so they didn't know if they'd be back to do the other two. And the reason I'm doing the other two is because I don't think we've ever had the other two actually inspected. They don't need to be, I don't think, because everything gets pumped through the main one. So really, that should be the only one that matters, but, as you can probably see, we started tearing the fence out at the tower today. We're gonna save a couple $1,000 doing that ourselves, so beats it all out of saving them. Last week, we've been putting in gravel in some alleys. I think we got the most severe ones knocked out for the most part. With that being said, the bank, I don't know.
They don't have to be all reshaped,
Yeah,
cause it's like it's
It's a
pushed
big
up
hole.
such mounds,
yeah, it's a big
so
hole.
it don't look like it'll drain the way it
They
should.
want me to shave 4 to 6 inches off the alley, and I'm like, I can't send your water to the neighbors. I mean, how's that fair to them? But you can see the potholes are all like popping.
Yeah, where it's pushed up
Mhm.
such a ridge down the middle.
So I just said, I recommended why not try to, have Bodie use some of his millings and have him just start working it when it's dry, if it ever dries. And start filling it in and just see what happens. Without getting laser on it, I don't know. That's not our problem. I mean, it's the bank's parking lot.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I just wanted to be aware that every time you go and put gravel and fix the potholes and it rains and then people splash through the bank or leave the drive-through and go back to square one. So we are working on that as a collective group to try to figure out what to do with that.
Speaking of the alleys, you did an experiment on a couple where you put in a concrete approach. How's that working out?
Seems to be holding up pretty good.
So I was kind of thinking too.
I'm thinking that that's, I really like it because when you get a torrential rain, it doesn't, wash and track and all that, it's not getting out of the new asphalt roads. I don't seem to be doing really good. And if in the next 3 to 5 years or whatever, we can do 2 or 3 blocks at a time. that'll
Yeah,
be
you don't need to do the whole
significant.
town all at once.
No. It does cheapen it up the more blocks you do, obviously, but
Oh,
our goal would be if we can do a 2-block stretch next time, that would be our goal. But it also depends on bid pricing, for asphalt, curb, concrete. So that's what we're working on also. But until, next year, to see where we sit exactly, that's the only thing we can do, is just hold on and wait. So. Yes, I think that's all I had on my list of stuff coming up for future stuff.
I do have one question for you. Remember the gentleman that was in here, probably a month or 2 back, about his hole in Banner Avenue? It was like a 6 foot by 2
Oh,
foot
yeah.
all grown all the
Yeah.
way. Did that ever get resolved?
Well, no, I tried to get resolved when the contractor showed up. That's what I told.
Oh,
Twice now.
The paving
Yeah.
contractor, yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
We're not gonna do anything right now.
Gotcha.
They put millings in up there.
Oh,
I didn't run
oh,
up.
they did?
I did.
Oh, okay.
Yep. The city, I mean, it was not even an inch deep. I mean, it was more of an eyesore than a hassle.
Yeah, I didn't seem like, I
Did
drove
you
by
guys
it.
talk to Northwest
So-
Seemed
at all?
inconvenient.
Sid wasn't
Yeah.
here, so we're waiting for Sid.
Yeah.
Sid comes when we're doing like this, so he will be here.
Okay.
But no, as far as that goes, we're just gonna try to see if Dunick will, honor some pricing and just do some patchwork, cut it out, patch it, stuff like that. Sure. But no, there's not a whole lot we can do until
Mhm.
they get to town. We'd be just guessing or paying for them to make sure.
Just happened to see it the other day and
Yeah.
just kind of wondered.
Is it?
Thank you.
Okay, so I was gonna ask somewhat for an extension on all the vacant lots of getting the letters out. Okay, so I had the guys re-go map all of them to make sure that we didn't miss any, etc. And then I didn't realize all the extensive, cause most of them don't have addresses. So then I have to get all of their legal descriptions. And then, some of them live in Sioux Falls, Brandon.
I looked those up, for a project development board is doing, I'll see if I still have. I may have pitched my addresses, but
Okay,
I looked them up.
well, I've gotten most of the ones. But,
Yes.
but do you think that that's a good enough lead time? Like if I get the letters done and sent out this week, And then I'm printing the postcards for September 25th. Is a month. Good enough notice.
For most, I would assume there's gonna be some that, I guess you can work on the late fees if there's some that can't pay or whatever. Or-
Like, I was trying
Well-
to get a more of a notice. than
Yeah,
one
I would
month.
say the
But-
more,
And the other thing is, we haven't been collecting it all along, so if we extend it 1 month, what is it really gonna hurt?
Could start it on January 1st, as
Yeah,
far as
for
that
that
goes.
matter.
Like, even if I get them sent out this week. And then I have, and then I have to make all of the accounts. So,
Why couldn't you do John's, why couldn't you do January first?
Yeah.
Fresh
That'll
year.
give you plenty of time to get all the accounts set up,
so
everything all
then
done.
that means that we redo the resolution.
yeah.
Right, 'cause we already just set a date.
Yeah, we already set a date in the resolution.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be easier to just change that than it would be to fight with trying to get that crunched all in? It's not like you don't have enough other things to deal with on a day-to-day and then try to.
Kind of with you, and just a new year, start off fresh is the way we're gonna do it.
Yep,
Okay, so should I
So next
make
month,
a change on the resolution?
and have it first next month. But yes, I would still get it out as soon as you can. People, locals know about it,
Right.
so.
Okay, so I got this from Deb. She gave me this. So, you know, when you're driving on the highway, there's those signs that are like historical signs.
Yeah, the historic landmark.
They want to do away with those or
Well,
take
that's
them
what
out.
I was told. I Googled it. I couldn't find it, so I don't know whose movement it is, because she talked to me about it and like,
Oh,
well,
okay.
that sounds, I enjoy looking at the historic markers. I couldn't find that I think it's being discussed maybe, but
Well, they're not even in sections. I'd have to imagine it's a DOT thing.
right?
I don't know
like,
who it'd be, I mean, I don't know who's in control of it, but I would imagine.
Yeah, like,
You could check my council and read that.
Oh,
Isn't the closest one that he's been forced?
yeah,
yeah,
and she
Oh, yeah,
said
the
that was
Eastman
gone, but
Forest
it is
Town.
still there.
oh, there's one
Yeah.
north of Eastman too.
yeah,
Or,
On the east, west, east,
Thorling,
west side
Wild
of the
The
road.
west side of the road, yeah.
yeah,
and there's one over by Manchester.
And I think there's actually a book out with all of them in it.
yeah, so
You might, probably right.
let's say, yeah, take a look and maybe it says where the source is, but yeah, I tried to find it and I couldn't,
Discussion
See
of
that there was-
government document issues.
yeah. So I didn't know if that was something that got twisted, I don't know, but yeah. Obviously, we just put up historic signs in our town, so. Okay,
I do have a couple of the exit interviews that I got back from
oh, good.
lifeguards, et cetera. I didn't know if you guys wanted to review them all together. I haven't gotten them all yet.
Okay, so we'll just wait, and maybe personnel committee can meet when you do have them? Okay. Okay,
And that's all I have.
oh, wonderful, thank you.
I didn't really see, I don't know. I
Yeah,
may have seen something, I don't know if it's, I haven't heard of it before though.
it's not. Approval of claims,
I'll make a motion.
Oh, second.
motion by John, second by Joe, any other discussion? All in favor,
Aye.
opposed? Motion carries. All right, financial reports. Anybody see anything?
So I was gonna mention, I forgot to change it on here, but the campground donation, I'm now changing to the slide donation, water slide.
Oh, okay.
Cause we do already have some started.
Okay.
And then I had to add a tip fund because I hadn't added it
Mhm.
and doing it correctly, I had to have it separate.
Did anybody see anything? Okay. Okay. All right. Is there a motion to approve the financial report?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Motion by Austin, second by Joel. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, are there any building permits? No. Okay.
No one's in the-
It might have something to do with the time of year. Nuisance properties.
Okay, so I've probably gotten, well, so he's been here.
Okay.
The last month, but I haven't gotten that updated, you know how he has to. list.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten that part from him, but he's obviously sent letters out, cause I think there was 3 or 4 property owners that came in. Because there's a new line at the end of the letter stating that you can appeal by submitting a letter to the finance office.
Oh, aren't you happy to see that?
And so, I mean, all those 4 people that came in still continue to tell me the same thing about, the main nuisance property owner people. If they're not gonna do anything, why should I? Why should I have to clean up my house, or why should I have to side mine? Or why should I have to move my tractor or pickup if they aren't?
Okay.
Like, I don't know.
Well, and it's hard to argue with.
Like, at this point, I mean, I almost feel like Tim has given up on our community because he has said 2 or 3 times that our community is the worst one. And the worst for the main offenders not cleaning. And so, I don't know if we just need to do away with code enforcement. I don't know.
Come up with a new,
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't him sending you can appeal a letter to the city, isn't that the reason the city hired him, was the city wasn't directly involved?
well, we weren't determining which ones were
Right.
the offenders, but
So, I
He's
did
the
have
determiner.
one resident submit a
Did you say,
letter.
should they appeal with him if we aren't the ones deciding it?
So,
I mean,
like,
I guess I don't know how you appeal to
The
him.
one line, at the bottom of the letter, says that you can appeal by contacting the finance office, submitting a letter for the council. And then the next line says to give him a call to discuss whatever. And these certain people don't wanna talk to him. So,
well, even this person, like, all that person would have to do is reach out to Tim, because he has said on multiple occasions, like, let me know you're making progress. That's all he asks for. So it's not that we would expect everything to get fixed in
No.
one season, like, some
No, he
things
was,
are,
he was really easy to work
have a
with.
lot to go
Mhm.
and get done, so.
I didn't know if you were gonna go there.
He just wants to see movement in the right direction.
Yeah, so I would say that one's satisfied if they list what they have done.
like, I think last year, I had that person come in with me and we sat down and called Tim together. He was very upset. So I thought calming him down, we could just call Tim together. And then that was good, but you know, like every year, Tim does a relook, and if it's still the same, he's gonna send another letter out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I don't know what we need to do about seriously figuring out.
The only thing that would fix us is seriously go after the big offenders that everybody refers to. Joe.
Money for him.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
because they did tie into a chore.
Yeah.
But I don't see that happening.
With it getting to be end of season, I know we don't do anything with nuisance properties over the winter. So perhaps
Oh, okay.
nuisance property committee could get together and explore options if you're looking
Which
to continue with
committee is
him.
that? I don't know. Probably me, if you want to come on every day.
I don't know if we necessarily have a nuisance.
Oh, good, I get to
Salad,
make
that
one.
one called.
And I heard Joe
Health
on
committee.
too, no. Um,
Isn't that all under health?
Right, I mean.
Yes, it was the health people,
And that probably gets me
remember?
again.
Health, safety, and police.
I think it was the health, because remember if there was,
Illness, that's what you do.
Yeah.
Illness.
Okay.
yeah,
Hmm.
Yeah,
It was safety, health, yeah, that's.
so,
sorry.
I figured,
so who would those three be?
Joe, Joel, and Rick.
and since
Okay.
my name's first, that makes sense.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, we met, didn't we, on the same?
Yeah, and
Yeah, you missed it.
and I forgot.
okay,
Asked about it in the afternoon and forgot.
so I asked that the nuisance, well, the health and safety committee get together and discuss, if we continue with him, that's fine. What changes would we like?
Can we get an
with that?
updated list from Tim?
Usually, but not this time.
Usually we do, but
Just so they got
These
something.
after communities that actually do something.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah. I don't know if it's just because there's not enough enforcement. I mean, all he does is send letters and nothing happens. It's kind of
Well,
Yeah.
wasting his time too, you know?
well, it kind of is.
But the
Well, and
other
our
thing is, if we
$1,500.
aren't going to proceed past send a letter,
Well, then you're talking
Yeah, that's,
lawyers
If we're talking-
involved, and
yeah, and that's,
what that is the only way things will change.
All right, so nuisance, health and
Health,
safety
safety.
committee.
Okay.
Good. I actually had, some developers come to town last Tuesday, I believe. And they couldn't tell me enough good things. They were so impressed with how many people take pride in their properties, so.
oh, there's definitely been
We
improvement.
do
Yeah.
have some,
Well, it helped that we had the 5-year reunion this year, so we kind of spruced up.
so, it may be that we've had some, but maybe we've run the gamut of what he can do for a site. Not saying. So, okay. Second reading of ordinance 470, Tact 25. Oh, do you want this original before we use it? All right. An ordinance amending section 13.2.4 of chapter 13.2 of the city ordinances of the city of Lake Preston, Kingsburg County, South Dakota, changing the price for mowing unkept lots. Be it ordained by the city of Lake Preston, South Dakota to read in full as follows. 13.2.4 penalty. Any person violating this chapter shall be fined $100 for every day the property is in violation of this chapter. Any person violating any of the provision of this article shall be subject to both criminal and civic sanctions. The city may, at its own discretion, cause the property to be mowed, trimmed, and to bill the costs and expenses of $200 for mowing/trimming to the property owner. No penalty or special assessment shall be imposed under this chapter unless the city shall first notify such owner or occupant to remove such weeds within 7 days from the time of such notice. Such notice shall be mailed to such owner or occupant. No penalty or special assessment shall be imposed under this chapter unless the city shall first notify such owner or occupant to remove such weeds within 4 days from the time of such notice. Such notice shall be by door hanger to such owner or occupant. All right. That's a lot of such. Okay.
A lot of lawyer talk right there.
So that was to account for the changes where, depending on who the person is, we may notify in actual postal mail or door hanger, because people who don't live in town, a door hanger doesn't look good. So,
Mhm.
so that was the reason for the changes. So we'll get a motion first, guys. Is there a motion to approve? Well, we just have the second reading, so we're good, right?
Yep.
Do you still need a motion on the second? You don't have it. Well, you just say second reading. You still need it? Okay, motion, please.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second
All right, we'll start Rick.
Aye.
Austin,
Aye.
Joel,
Aye.
Jimmy.
Aye.
Joe,
Aye.
John.
She caught you off guard, huh?
Yeah. She kind of went the wrong way here.
With all eyes, ordinance 470, TAC 25, pass. All right, new business. Ooh, our surplus bid opening.
I need to pull my
Oh,
bid.
I left me.
what's your handwriting?
Over here.
Oh, you got it over there?
You already pulled it.
Can I give it, can I have it then?
Yeah.
And you don't even have anybody, don't bring anything more home.
Are we telling him no, huh?
Yeah.
Besides himself? You wanna be a proud owner of a Dodge or what?
No.
Okay.
I'm collaborating all because we had to get appraisals from all
Yeah.
three of them. I was just gonna bring them all together so that you could just like list what they all appraised.
Okay.
Oh, and mowing things, anybody else seen some spots?
I moved mine yesterday.
Oh, so we have a-
One on
I raised
Highway
it.
14,
That needs to be mowed?
kind of across from me.
Oh, I guess I haven't been that way.
And then,
And we have no problem.
one up on, is it 4th Street?
So that's all the appraisal.
That one's
Have to do
gonna
that? No.
be a
just
lot of work,
that
From the
And
baler
the
in.
appraisals for each.
pretty much.
Okay.
And somebody's not very happy about that one.
Up here.
Yeah.
There's more than one person that's not happy about
Well, I think maybe even one of the people who lives there.
Well, I was someplace yesterday and it was 10 days worth.
Oh,
Oh.
probably, because I had some that I mowed in 4 days and it already drawn 6 inches.
Oh. So hard to keep up.
Wow.
All right, so we have a
Straight
1992 Dodge
Yeah.
W350. Our three valuations, 3,500, 3,000, and it's at 2,800. Review rating. Yes, okay. Okay. The 1980 Chevy CC209, 1,500, 1,125, and 1,200. And our London Fogger, we have $100, $75, and $110. Okay. So we have none for the Fogger. So, and we have one for the Chevy.
Sharp enough.
That's a dangerous one.
Yeah.
Just like a dull knife was dangerous.
Yeah.
Neither are you.
Next time I'll bring a butter knife.
And
It's
it's glued to the envelope.
1980 Chevy, we have $300.
So that would be a no sale, because it's gotta be within 80% of appraised value, I think it is. Or maybe it's 90%,
Well,
might be
it's,
90%.
it's less than 40, probably 30, so. Okay, and then we have 2 for the Dodge. Oh, good, I think it's the same.
Just use your teeth.
My letter over.
Oh, good, it's not over here.
I use that one every day.
Well, you dulled it, that's what happened, you dulled it.
Apparently, it's got to do with the technique,
Yeah, I guess.
obviously.
All right, so we have one bid for $1,355. And another one for $250.
For the Chevy.
Down.
Yeah, although that person thought it was in the 82, so maybe 10 years ago they'd have upped it, but. Yeah, so 1350 is still less than 50% of the 2,800.
They said the Dodges were 2,800, is that what it was?
It was
One of
the
them's
Dodge
28.
3,500,
Yeah.
3,000, and 28.
So, even the lowest one is 50%.
Okay,
Now what do we do with
yeah.
Good
Store them on Highway 14.
them?
For sale sign in on the highway.
Something.
I guess you don't have to ask what the next step is. If it doesn't meet the appraised.
Oh,
I had a hard time
well
not
then
throwing
why
it
did
out
you
for
get
that.
evaluated? Okay, so,
But I was trying to look here to see if they said anything about it.
well, we will table this while
You know, the
she
next,
does research.
worst case next meeting.
Well, I mean, they're not sealed anymore, but,
No, but I mean, we're not gonna take any more
right,
bids against those.
yeah, yeah.
It would have to be something completely different.
Okay. Collection agencies. Do you guys have a chance to look at,
AAA collection.
the
I'm familiar with them.
con?
Not in that way.
So is there discussion about utilizing AAA collection agency for our outstanding bills?
Well, we're getting nowhere where the way we are.
Bills or
Yeah.
just anything? I suppose.
Yeah, anything,
Yeah.
but,
Well, if this is easy to find. That was the other company.
oh, I
There's
only
two
saw the AAA,
companies.
sorry. Okay,
Yeah, so that one.
Okay.
Yeah, what was the other one?
What-
FJ,
was there one that-
something like that?
yeah.
One that worked better for you, Brenda, or you're the one that's gotta deal with it?
Right.
I'm all in for using a company, I just don't know which one would be better for you.
Do they have minimums? Do we have enough business for it?
Well, I don't think, I mean, obviously, we're not the only one of their accounts. You know,
Yeah.
it would be just like an account, oh, we got the Lake Western account for collections.
So there's 8 just on the water bills right there.
Yeah,
That-
I mean,
Yeah.
I think they're fairly sizable, some of them.
Mm-hmm.
So if they get 20-30% or
The
whatever,
bottom ones are the ones that are
some of them are
inactive and trying to get paid
Definitely
for.
what's going Did a bunch of them with the door hangers come in, or?
That's Brenda's department.
You just hang.
You just hang them.
Okay. That last one that we had to shut off did come in after a week. With a payment.
Okay, so you can see,
Yeah.
the fee schedule is very clear for the FJM.
Mhm.
I can't say that it's super clear on this for the AAA. I see what they do, but I don't see percentages of reimbursement. Oh, you wanna check AAA, see if you find it.
So at most it would cost us 50%. We get 50% at most.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Of what they collect.
yeah, I mean,
So if they collect 50%, we get 50% of it. But
Right.
that's still 25% more than we're getting.
Yep.
Sad but true.
I'm gonna have to ask more questions on it today.
Okay.
This line, sell the property at private sale for not less than 90% of the,
Yeah.
but that's the only time I see that person.
Okay.
But that's if we,
Private sale.
right,
Yeah.
like, that's a private sale.
You know,
So-
still in there, just let
Figure-
for you,
yeah,
check into it before we get ourselves into
So
some
maybe
kind of problem.
table it till next week.
Yeah.
And
Do you have a safe place to keep these?
$1,500, pretty good for that bit, my
Well, I thought the appraisal sounded a bit strong.
Yeah. So, any discussion on the two options?
Well, like I say, it's hard to compare,
Yeah.
where we got
Did
a
you see,
percentage with one, but not the
Yeah.
other.
The triple A one, it didn't seem very clear like the other companies.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I didn't see a fee schedule at all in AAA's 4 pages of explanation of what they
you
do.
know, and what Bill has at the bottom of that sheet, Joe, all those ones that are, you know, it's not like they're thousands of dollars.
And the one's not even alive.
No, but to get them off your books, sure, would be handy.
yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
So even if we got 25% of each one of them, it's cleared, it's gone, it's, you know,
yeah.
you've extinguished all your options.
Well,
not even-
the other side of this is, okay, you brought their account up now current, they paid 25 cents on the dollar, or we get 25 cents on the dollar. Are they gonna start all over
I
again,
don't-
knowing that they're only gonna have to pay half their water bill?
Right, I don't think that them people would have water, the ones that are down there aren't even here anymore.
I don't think
So,
anyone around.
They'd be flagged, their names would be flagged in your system as no longer doing business for or whatever.
So this is triple A.
Yeah,
So the rate for South Dakota municipalities, ambulance services and counties is 25%.
okay, regardless of time,
So they charge us 25% no matter what.
or we get 25, like,
They get 25%. I would think that would be
Yeah.
their cut.
Yeah.
I hate to make that assumption.
Well, that would be better then.
yeah,
I think,
Well,
I don't know what
That's
size
I
this,
don't remember.
but I know AAA is a pretty good sized company all over, you
Oh,
I
know.
kind of thought they were, but
Like,
I
I
don't
don't
know
think
that.
they're-
And they probably
I've heard.
spread out quite a ways, you know, like, oh, hey, this guy's
The
living in
ambulance
Texas
extras
now.
now.
Yeah, that's their collection.
okay. So is someone willing to make a motion to go with an agency?
So. Which two would the,
FJM
So
and
this is the
AAA.
other one,
yeah, I looked at that.
yep, and then, AAA, they keep 25%.
I say we get AAA it.
Yep.
Try.
So was that a motion?
I'll make a motion.
And that's
I'll make a
second?
motion.
I'll
Try
second.
AAA. To try.
All right, I have a motion by Jeremy, a second by Rick, and any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And the motion was for AAA, I'll clarify.
So how long do they go before they go into collections? You normally let them go like 3 months or?
Well, all those that are on that list, I believe some of them are years.
Yeah.
Like that last one would probably be like 2 months, so maybe I should hold off 2 months before I send that one, but all those other ones.
Well, I think the point is probably need to define a policy after 2
Yeah.
months,
Yeah.
this is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Or 3
Once
months or
you
whatever.
get 3 months
Yeah.
behind, then it's turning collections.
I'm not gonna mess with it anymore,
Yeah.
it's your problem.
Okay, so we have the county building demo quotes. We talked about getting rid of that building
Mhm.
in interest of people who say, well, I'm not gonna do it if no one else is doing it, and then the city has a building that looks like a good sneeze could take it down. We need to clean up our own stuff, so, we did get bids. We have Bob Bodie at 1,200, Jack Hashy, 2,397, Ethan Bond,
Mhm.
$3,468.
So
So,
now, let me see.
I would say let Bodie sneeze.
Yeah. I'll have to do math on that one.
I'll make a
Yeah.
motion,
Okay.
hire Bodie Construction.
I'll second that.
a
But
motion,
just- go ahead.
a motion by John, second by Jeremy. Any other discussion?
Oh, has electricity been disconnected yet? Okay.
Ready to go?
Did the day after the last meeting,
Yeah.
like, we don't need to be paying for a minimum fee there.
No.
No,
Any gas hooked up or anything like that?
I'm gonna call it out, locate for demo, then they have to come.
Yep.
Make sure,
Who knows what's buried there?
not that there's no phone line or something, maybe even, but I haven't seen anything.
Okay. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. New election date, first Tuesday of June.
What was the reason for doing this again?
State
State.
changed it.
Yeah.
And we could
What are
choose November, but I think most of us agreed that June was good.
Yeah, with the primaries, even though there's not always a primary every year. So my question on this was then, do we change when we need our signatures?
Petition
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
yeah, so we're not out there when it's 15 below.
Right.
I think that'd be wonderful.
Yeah, I think you said, yeah, more information will be available.
Yeah. Yeah, so that will be a pleasant change. So I need a motion to move the election to the first Tuesday of June.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
Any other discussion? All right, motion by Jeremy, second by Joe. All in favor?
Yeah.
Opposed? Motion carries. Yeah, it's not like we have much choice.
So would there be one group of people for the state and federal primary and then we have to have our own people for the city one, or can they,
I think
the workers?
I think that's what we have to figure out, with more info.
Yeah. I would expect that we could streamline, because you streamline with the school board when they have, so.
Yeah, it would seem like it, but
Mhm. That way we're not doing it
not
separate.
in state, federal government doesn't always follow common sense.
All right, so our addition is discussion about getting a new attorney, as Delzer has taken on new responsibilities and has less availability. We did check on a couple that have been discussed and they did not pan out. So we are looking for more suggestions.
Final Perry Mason's dead.
Yeah.
Jared Barkley, I think he did.
You check, would you check?
So like Steve Bright, is it Bright?
Bridgman,
He is all good and was broken, and then he might be braces now. But someone said that he was retiring, and so he was only keeping what he has.
Hmm.
And then the person that was from Clear Lake
they get rid of,
didn't hear
did they,
things.
yes,
Got rid of that.
Hmm.
And so the last two times I've talked to Dilzer, he's like insinuated that Todd is maybe less busy than he was a couple of years ago when he was the Cattlemen's president and et cetera.
Right.
So I don't know.
Have you been in contact with them at all, or?
Well, basically, I wanted to wait and see what you guys thought, if we wanted to reach out to Todd and maybe a committee or something, have a phone call with him, I don't know.
yeah. Do we have a legal committee? Would it be the law?
I mean, does it really look like it?
Well,
Budget, liquor, personnel, streets, alleys.
Well, in a way, it's personnel.
Sure.
Just remember, you inherited every committee I was on.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, John felt the same way, I'm sorry.
I think it's important to,
well,
the committee knows how it was last time. So that they would know the right questions to ask to make sure that's now how it would be, should we go down that road again.
And I don't know if this would be like a thing, but could he be like, no, I'm not taking on anymore, or I don't,
He
Yeah.
sure could say
Potentially,
that
because
I'm
he-
not
you
a
know,
fan of how it
like
ended. And it was
I've
nothing.
already tried working with you and you
Yeah.
guys. So,
Yeah,
When you changed.
so, yeah. We've definitely asked about other lawyers. We've tried somebody up in Watertown, but they aren't looking to take on the town.
And, but I even asked Delzer, because you know he became part of Holy Holy,
Mm-hmm.
and I asked him if there was anyone up there in that same office, and he said no.
You know, there are lawyers in Brookings, and it's not that you have to have your lawyer in town, because everything's electronic.
Yeah.
But we do need to get one, 'cause, and we have legal stuff coming up all the time, so.
And so set up some sort of call with the personnel committee.
Could you call and see if he's even interested?
Yeah.
Or
should do that
email
first.
Michelle or
Like
something?
I can reach out to him first.
Yeah. That would be good.
That would make sense.
Before we get the personnel
passing the
committee together.
Till we, instead of start asking a whole bunch of other people somewhere else that.
I mean, when we worked with Todd, he knows his stuff for
Absolutely.
municipal government, but it was just wait time. I'll reach out to him.
Thank you. All right, employee concerns?
I guess I have one thing wrote down. We've been chasing this for probably ever since we've been here, and we're getting kind of tired of it. to maybe see some fines going out is everybody blowing their grass in the damn streets.
Yeah,
We've done
It's the worst
Facebook,
stuff
we've
we've
sent
seen.
letters, we've done everything. I mean, we're getting new infrastructure and people are just blowing it out and it's only gonna cause trouble for us.
It's the worst. I've
It's
ever seen.
illegal. I mean, first of all, it's illegal and it's gonna cause trouble for us.
yeah, and it's dangerous.
I don't know, it's getting worse and worse. The more we advertise about not doing it, the worse it is. And we started taking pictures and documenting it.
Yep.
And the biggest thing we hear is, well, I don't have a storm drain. It's not,
It's not the point.
No,
you do it on gravel, it's gonna eventually, the road's gonna eventually, it's gonna pile up there. The dirt and seeds are gonna grow to that, and then all of a sudden your road's gonna get narrower and narrower, you know.
And the
Just
grass
don't
clipping-
do it.
Yeah,
It's gonna turn manure on the gravel road. I mean,
Well, and the ordinance doesn't specify if you have storm sewers or
no,
not, like,
it's-
it's against the
So
rules.
we would, I don't know, I would like to get permission to talk to the deputies and whenever we see it, we call them and tell them to write a damn ticket. We're tired of it.
I mean, Arlington does that. They
Yeah.
just call.
Well, right. and
What does
that
our
was-
ordinance say on it?
I know, I was gonna try to bring it
Does it have a fine attached to it?
We've redone it, I know we have.
Yeah.
Because it was an issue when we started that we didn't have proper wording or whatever, and,
Well, it probably should be enough that it stings a little,
right?
unless you wanna give them a warning ticket and you do it again, this is what it's gonna be.
I think we've sent some people letters and they still do it.
up. Well, I
All right.
guess some of them are like, let's get back at the city.
Right,
So
yeah,
let's just do it anyway.
yeah,
It's one thing if you accidentally go around a pole the wrong way or something, or, you know, if it's the only way you can go, we're fine with that. When you take your whole property and blow it out on the street, no, that's,
well, look at this is this morning.
yeah.
For me, because I wasn't mowing today.
That was on my way to work this morning.
Has
You
that
could-
person received a warning letter this season?
No.
No, yeah, I know we've sent things several times.
it's just what I found.
How old is this?
Well, it's a
For a
State.
zoo?
state law
I know of any animal owned by a zoo?
at $2,500 or less, or animal owned by a municipality or a zoo.
Yeah. This is back on the surplus property.
Oh.
Oh,
I can call and talk to Tracy or just email Delta.
Or just look at the codified laws right there.
Okay, I don't see anything about, so,
I mean, in the past, I don't remember you guys caring about a percentage. It
well,
was just like, oh, give it away.
The highest bidder gets it, or what?
Well-
I remember always being talked about reaching the percentage.
I guess,
I mean,
so, yeah, my question, I only read the top part. But if you just give it to the highest bidder, then why do we go to the trouble of getting things appraised?
It says here, is this correct? Now, if it's $2,500 or less, it may be sold to a governing board at a private or public sale without notice.
But yeah, I think
It says
it's not about the, no, we did our duty on giving the notice, but
And that's fine about it, taking the appraisal separately and all that.
may within 12 months thereafter sell the property at a private sale or not less than 90% of the appraised value out for their publication. If the property to be sold is created, the result of the education program, the school board will accept the highest.
Yeah, I guess I don't see that
I'd
we need a
still say
percentage.
call and
Yeah,
find out the legal way, or otherwise we're just opening ourselves up that if somebody's not happy with the results, then
well, yeah, and one of the losing parties could
Must be the
cause a
highest.
stink, so.
that's what I mean, so
um,
it's just
Yeah.
easier.
Yeah, it just says
instead of-
if the
Yeah.
board
$1,000 difference.
accepts a bid, it must be the bid of the highest bidder.
Right, which we
Doesn't
would
say-
clearly, yeah,
A percentage of,
no. Yeah, except, then my question is, why do we go get them appraised by 3 different people?
Am I understanding that right, that if it's 2,500 or less, we don't have to even do all that?
Well,
Right,
that's probably why you have it appraised, to find out if it's
Right.
$2,500 or more.
Yeah.
so,
Because if it is, then you do something else.
Right.
okay. Thank you for checking on
I
that.
just, yeah, I just looked it up, I don't know.
Did you? have-
Well, one thing I had was, I was just curious, I got approached by a resident, in my neighborhood that said, asked why we don't have our meetings on the second Monday of the month.
That school board, and we try not to conflict with them.
Cause out of in 12 months, we've had 9 months, we do the second Monday.
Well, it just kind of depends how they fall, but, cause
The years
some
are
years,
every year's different.
yeah. Yes, I agree, but it's school board, so we try to. But that's,
That's what I got asked.
Because it's always been on the first Monday.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you know how much I
Don't
love
change.
the, we've always done it
This is
that
what
way.
it is.
Don't change.
Well, no, it hasn't always been, it's always been on the first Monday and the third Monday for a while,
Nothing.
for a
Really?
couple of years.
Yeah, no,
Let's not do that.
we're okay. Brenda? Sean?
Can't think of anything.
You can't put no anything.
Joel? Austin?
I think the adult swim deal is a good thing. You know, that adult swim at night, I think that's a good thing.
And if you've got people that are willing to do it,
Yeah.
to work it,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I don't think we should force them maybe to do that, but
No,
if they wanna do it.
I think it was successful this year.
Mhm.
it was so successful, they were still swimming at midnight Saturday when I came home. from
Oh,
the
I went
races.
home at 10. I went
What
home at
night,
10.
what
We
night
asked
you said you
nicely.
come home late? Was it midnight
Oh,
or?
you were there, dude?
That's
Yeah, I
school.
showed up. Well, I showed up, I thought I was just gonna swim for 20 minutes, well then
Yeah, that was
somebody
2 a.m.
asked.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
what
they
I
just
thought
stayed open for
you
another
said
hour.
too.
I was like, oh, okay.
And they, would've been later, but they kicked us out, close the time.
Yeah. And
Well,
it,
I'd say that was
And then,
probably late.
Brett Nelson approached me about something about the pool too, so he was gonna come in and talk.
sometime,
Now, on those adult swim nights, did we not make more money at them than we did the rest of the year on the regular?
maybe because they don't have passes,
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And we had quite a few people, did we ever get a dollar amount on Town and Country? Late,
Yeah, the adult swim,
yeah, that late night.
yeah, it was almost 400.
Well done, drunk people of Lake Preston. That was a good idea. I'm glad we had our waivers signed, and I'm glad it turned out well. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could hear it literally
Well
when
into
I
the
left
night?
Chad Olson's garage.
The only thing better could have been if Elmo Anderson would showed up.
Yeah.
How much money was raised yesterday, or Saturday?
Saturday for the,
Poker.
Oh, poker and thing?
$2,850.
That went to the school's lunch.
not program.
Yep. Yeah, we will check to them that today, or Jordan that night. We will, try to do a Facebook post or something. how they wanna do it or whatever.
Well,
It'd be nice to get some details.
You can have $100 for that, cause I just wrote a check, give it directly to Christie Kerr. Just to lump it in with that.
Oh, okay, perfect.
So,
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, I guess I have two things. One, I want to know, is anyone calling for executive? Okay. I didn't have anything under concerns, but, I want to make sure we don't just drop the jam thing, so, I understand there's that discussion tomorrow, so,
I thought maybe I'd drive by there after.
So what was her main,
Yeah.
she just don't believe the water's gonna go in
I
there?
think she's gonna get water in her basement.
Okay.
Did she get any that night that it
No.
rained 3 inches?
She would've heard all about it.
Okay.
and Cedric said he checked, and
Mhm.
she said, no, she didn't,
I don't know
so.
how I mean, the museum was flooded again. I mean,
Main Street was flooded.
Main Street, like, yeah, I got pictures of the whole town that night, and I have a hard time believing that if we go and do something different, what if? What if now it does? Now, what if it, right now, I mean, it's not.
It's not a problem.
Yes.
It's not a problem.
So if it were to be done by design now, it's paid for by, under the construction,
Well, I'd say, I'm sure it is.
because it's not signed off on yet.
Right.
And if we leave it as is and sign off the project, then if there is a problem,
Then
that's
it's
the
on us.
city's problem. Now that it's been recorded, she thinks there's a problem, you know what I'm saying? It's,
Right, so by going to design, I'm thinking that covers us,
covers the city's butt,
right?
but it could open up
Right.
a bigger problem.
Well, yeah, but it wouldn't be our
It
problem.
wouldn't be our problem.
Because I guess a conversation with her, I have time tomorrow morning, I can do it, but, just explaining, she's got to make a decision, like, if we go to design, then things could change, but it sounds like if we go to design, she's going to have to move her garden.
Perhaps.
Probably.
I'm
Yeah.
not 100% sure.
So that would be awful to have to do again, or she leaves it how it is, knowing that everyone had standing water after that event.
That's just it, she did. I mean,
Well, I mean, just that bit there that
that's
went away.
motivating. I mean,
Right,
I did that intentionally,
right. Sort of like to stop it before it
Yeah.
got,
to slow it down.
right.
She's let the berm on their road.
Yeah, I didn't even winter it that way. I just cut out from there.
Okay.
Cut it to the center.
So
Just,
that it-
just to help, so it didn't help.
Basically got a curb line on that.
Yeah, yeah, and it's about 1.5 inches tall.
So if that wasn't there, you think there would be a problem or not?
No,
Because you're not gonna inflate it. that
because
way
there was
every
never
time.
an inlet in that yard. We put one in and spent $8,000.
Yeah.
To do that, 28,000 overall. We did, the development board did.
Yep.
Overall. And, just to make sure it was a problem solved. So I had a place to go. Instead of soaking in the ground, it's gonna run. Maybe, yeah, if we got 5 days straight of 2 inches of rain, it might eventually soak in. We're all in trouble at that point.
That's for sure.
Let me see, that city says laser. And do the manhole and then do the, where the house is. See the difference?
Yeah, and that's, we've tried to explain that.
Okay,
It's-
okay.
We've been out there numerous times. It's all 4 or 5 times. I know for sure we've been out there. And we don't meet with them every time, because I'm like, sometimes I just want him to one-on-one with her,
Yep, okay.
but I just, we give in to this, and then all of a sudden it's the next person on the next block, and then
Right,
it's the right of way.
Yeah.
We can do what we really want as long as it works.
As long as it don't affect her property, we
That's-
can do what we need to do. And, you know, by design, it's probably the safest way for the city. Other than it's hopefully not cause some bigger problem.
But if it hasn't yet, it won't. You
That's
can't tell.
my thoughts too, because you're gonna drop that inlet down another 2 to 4
If That's
inches.
what we need to do, yeah. I mean, I can remember it was 4 or 6 or 2, or like, we've already dropped it a few, and then she's like, we dropped it more for her, because then she's like, okay, that's that, and that was all good last fall, and then all of a
Yeah, I
sudden,
think that was.
everything changed. Yeah. Yeah, you were rolling.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
Well, as long as you stay in contact with her and do what,
well, and then, you know, her calling him, you know, he's tried calling her back, of course, you don't answer that, she calls it phone tag,
you know,
but you gotta realize that he's not in town every day like he was then.
right?
So he's not just gonna be available at the drop of a hat.
Oh, we just need it resolved before we gotta sign off on that.
Yeah. So I'm hearing that, have a conversation with her and encourage her, explain that going to design.
They changed a few things.
Yeah.
I will have that conversation in a moment, so. All right, our next meeting is the second Monday.
Yeah, because the first one's Labor Day.
Yeah, I mean, and it's also the first. But, so 7 PM, September 8th. So, alright, we are hereby adjourned at 8:40.
We off the air?